Hey, you're looking at the rankings before they've ever been filled out. If you've already seen this before, timestamp in the description, you know what to do. Go ahead and just jump to it and get right to it. If you haven't, go ahead and give this a listen so you know exactly what we're doing. Because I know some of you might be asking, why are you doing trinities? Well, a couple of reasons. The biggest and most important is that Alliance War, AQ, 3 champions are allowed. And also, we all are aware of like this one particular synergy like Omega Red and Sabretooth. It's extremely powerful, these duos. But often there's these trinities that all make at least one champion significantly better, or they come together to make all of them better, allowing you to tackle a lot of content. And then when you're doing your questing, there's 2 other spots where you can supplement them, accentuate them, look at what the quest is asking you to do, and it's gonna help you and save items. And then you might be asking, well, why are you ranking them? Mainly for fun, but also to kind of also help you out too. I'm gonna do videos on these, and if you've seen a lot of these, that means it's been going very well. But additionally, some of them I think are super premium, some are top shelf, and then others are gonna be trinities. And the way I'm gonna look at that is, how much ground does this trinity actually allow you to cover? Meaning, how much versatility, let's go with immunities, those sorts of things are in there. And then also, how much better do they actually make them? You're not gonna see me place a team full of Dr. Doom, Ghost, and let's say Rintra. Yeah, they're great, but they're not really helping each other out, and you really didn't need me to tell you that. This spreadsheet will be linked in the description, and all of the entries will have a link to the actual video. Of course, this will also be a playlist on my channel, so open up the spreadsheet, go ahead and check out all the different trinities, or you can just do it through the playlist. All right, let's go ahead and jump to this video. All right, this one's being titled Kings of Evil. It's actually a throwback to my good friend DLL, who actually has now designed Absorbing Man. When we met, he was running an alliance called Eyvl. That's where we met and did tier 1 war together and really started this whole journey. So it's a throwback, a call out, respect to him and that journey we've been on together. Now, you're here though for these synergies. And I was also tempted to call this the Immortality Trio, because these champions are already hard to kill when we're playing them already, and this just makes them either that much tankier, harder to kill, or greatly increases their offensive prowess, which some of them kind of would benefit from. You see, Giant Monstrosities, King Groot is going to add plus 35% poison and armor break debuff duration. It's pretty cool, especially the poison duration there and the armor break if you're not using those permanent ones. That is his synergy with Immortal Abomination. You can see size extra large champions get plus health and attack. Immortality Kings or Immortal Kings. Personal poison and acid buff effects gain 15% potency, not duration, potency. You're going to see that come into play in a couple of the fights I'm going to show you. That's for Immortal Abomination. And then this one's really cool for King Groot. For those of us who sometimes maybe find him a little too slow or what have you, this is going to help him. When Malice is on cooldown, gain a 25% chance to inflict a poison debuff. We will show that to you, dealing % of modified attack value. So you could be running recoil, those sorts of things. Over 12 seconds each time a contact attack is landed. We'll see that. And additionally, the chance to gain Fury charges during cooldown is increased by a flat 11%. A flat 11%. That is rare in this game. They call it out when it's actually flat. It's a big deal. Again, gonna show that to you. And then the one I know that probably you're the most excited to see here is Absorbing Man. We will be showing that. It's gonna happen so fast, it's gonna be hard to actually almost explain what's going on. But Immortal Abomination will show this to you, gains 250 energy resistance. I think you're gonna be really surprised at how much that is. Now, it's for each poison he has on himself, but still, you know, the guy likes to poison himself. And then Absorbing Man, gain immunity to all poison effects. This one's fun. And Omnimorph forms last 3 seconds longer, meaning if for somehow you're not able to pause and all these things, 3 seconds is a big deal in this game. Let's jump into these fights for the Kings of Evil. All right, let's take a look at these fights. I gotta tell you, for a variety of reasons, some of which is what you're about to see in this video, I believe Immortal Abomination is going to finally be my next rank 4. He's so good, I just kept passing him over. Let's go ahead and take a look at this though, right? We've already talked about the potency and these things are gonna be helping build up. I will show you the energy resistance in a separate fight. Just kind of happened to work out on this lane, you know, I like to test stuff out on. So remember, he's not the quickest killer to begin with, but he is, as you can see, would be healing back up if we had taken any damage or that sort of thing. We could be running the recoil tree too, which I will be running with Carl later. But we're gonna get here, we're gonna get him to his SP2 and throw it, which will get, I believe it's called our toxic aura up, right? It's that green thing, which will start placing more and more poisons on Deadpool. There we go, it's now up. And Deadpool, I think, if I remember correctly, caused me a few little problems. He didn't play too nicely. So we didn't really get to take care, do as much damage with it right here as we normally would have. But you can see how much damage we're doing. The potency is increased, things are increased. We're throwing the SP1 to get some more poisons going. And you can see, I think we're gonna get back to 10 here. He's trying to heal, but we have totally turned that off thanks to inequity and what poison does on its own. And then he just dies. That fight, I know, isn't eye-catching, but if you've played Immortal Abomination, you're interested in this. That was only 53 seconds. That's a rank 3 Immortal Abomination. I think it's about 170,000 health on that Deadpool there. And we're not even running the recoil tree, shutting off the healing. All right, now we're moving on to King Groot. I'm going to be going up against about 200,000 health. King Groot's not considered the speediest with a lot of what he does. He's got some nice immunities, can handle some certain things, got the armor break, right, and he heals so much. Watch this, though. Keep in mind, we're going up against 200,000 health opponent and all the healing he's got, too. We could be running recoil tree. So it just worked out there. I felt like it was smarter to wait to throw my SP1. So I'm going to have to wait here a little bit because I want to have my Furies up, make sure those armor breaks are permanent. But you can see how much of those extra, I can't remember what they're called, but we're now getting 7 Fury buffs because of that plus 11%. Remember, it's flat increase to chances for that. We've thrown our SP1. We've now got the 3. We're going to go up to 6 armor breaks. And then remember, any of those hits that we landed while we were not in the Fury. So right now in the healing stage, you can see those nice little poisons that we're adding. These aren't massive, but they're helping out with any healing that might be going on. They're extra debuffs. You spec into inequity. That's really, really helpful, right? And then now we're going in. We're going to have 8 Fury buffs. Again, that synergy is really helping us out. And watch what this SP2 does. I think this is... King Groot can do a lot anyways, but that is really respectable. So we're going to go in. I'm going to try to pause them. Really, in hindsight, I'm not even sure that was necessary, but you see we're ticking for about 915. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. I will definitely take that. You can see we're just going to whittle this down. Probably could have ended it right there with a special one if we wanted to, but the poison, go ahead, finish it off. That's a rank 3 King Groot doing about 200,000 damage. And what do we end up having here? 1 minute and 22 seconds. I will take that every single day of the week. Now let's go ahead. Oh, that's right, I forgot. So we're going to show you the energy resistance here. This is this fight against this Arcus, right? He's doing the cold snap damage, that sort of thing to begin with. And then I'm going to show you the node here. There's going to be an incinerate and things like that. And all I'm really going to do, right? It's got this thermostat here. All I'm going to do is remember the energy resistance was increasing for Immortal Abomination with that synergy for with Carl with Absorbing Man per poison he's got. So I was like, I'm just gonna throw my SP1s. I'm not gonna worry about it too much. I just want to test out this energy resistance. Like, how good is it? So we've got the cold snap on us, and you can see we're still at 100% health. Now it's doing 404 tick. That's not. I'm not trying to say it's nothing. I don't want you to go in and take the most crazy. You know, this isn't Guardian all of a sudden. Watch how this fight goes. I think you're going to be really surprised and see, like, hey, there might be some places where I can take this in Immortal Abomination and do pretty well. We've got the Incinerate from the node now, and we're still at 92% health. Again, I'm throwing my SP1s to get more poisons on myself because that's what's increasing the energy damage. I'm terrible at Arcus's SP2, so I was surprised I was able to block that and punish it, but that's fine. Again, we're just letting this go. I know these aren't the most exciting ones. The eye-catching one's going to be Carl at the end. I totally get that. But if you like saving items, if you like not dying, and you like saving health potions, then these are good champions for you. I mess up that SP2. That's fine. Now we're finally going to go ahead and throw our SP2, get up the Toxic Aura, and then watch this. This is where I think, you know, if those of you who played Immortal Abomination, you are not going to be surprised by what you're about to see. We're going to get up the Toxic Burn or whatever it's called. There it is, the Acid Burn. And then just watch this Arcus, this bald-headed demon melt. Just the absolute melt we've got on this guy. Throw our SP1 to keep things going, keep up the Toxic Aura as best as we can. You really probably could have done this much quicker if you had gone to your SP2 more fast. But again, the point of this was to show that energy resistance. I'm very excited about it. Like I said, he's going to probably be my next rank 4 for a variety of reasons. One of the biggest is the synergy, how much I like Carl, and how much I liked Immortal Abomination. Anyway, now, this is the fight. This is the one, this is the big one, right? This is the one that's exciting, this is new. We are going to get out an Essentials video on Absorbing Man as I continue to learn. I want to get it out and I'm going to get it right. So this is a war fight, and this is a big, beefy Kingpin. I am now running the recoil tree. I'm running 0 points in Coagulate, and I am boosted. So you're going to see the bleed damage is going to be significant, right? But if you were set up properly, you could mitigate that significantly. Now, this is Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. Remember, we're now poison immune, no matter what form we are in with Absorbing Man, because we have that synergy. Plus, I'm going to choose the Magma form, which will give me that immunity to the Incinerate. It's 178 health. Kingpin with those reduced cost specials. We see we picked the Incinerate, so we've got energy resistance. We're immune to Incinerates. And all I really wanted to do was take advantage of Carl's ability to basically be immune to something and have that charge him up. You can see the little pause timer for us in the upper left-hand corner. It's just happening naturally when we would be incinerated. This is beautiful. There it is, right there. That is a good thing. So I'm going to get to my SP2 as best I can, and that will refine my form. Then when that happens, those passive Incinerates that Carl can put on a champion, be there for you. Look at this. We've already got this Kingpin down to 62% health. We haven't even thrown a special yet. We have not even thrown a special yet. A lot of this is due to the node, but that's what this game is. It's these hard counters. So we've thrown this, doing some really nice damage down to 24%. Now, if I had really been on my game, I would have thought about it. Carl would have reduced the timing on the SP2 from Kingpin, but I wasn't thinking about it. We're putting those passive Incinerates back on Kingpin because we were in the refined Magna form. And then Absorbing Man just wins. Like I said, it was going to go so fast, it'd be almost impossible to tell you everything that was happening. That's why I'm going to get out the full Essentials video. But the important things to keep in mind here was the synergy with the Immortal Abomination made Carl poison immune throughout the fight. It did not matter. So we could run the recoil tree, poison immune. The node tries to put poison on him, gonna pause his form. That's a really good thing with Carl. Then it gives us even more time to get to our special so we can refine those forms. And then all those big numbers, all the things you saw in that video and you're gonna see in so many other videos, they just start naturally happening. He's awesome, he's a beast. Honestly, if Immortal Abomination wasn't good, I'd probably still be bringing him along because that synergy is really nice. It's like Omega Red and Sabretooth almost, except Immortal Abomination is actually really good too. Let's go ahead and check about where we're going to rank these in our tier list of Champion Trinity rankings. And then, as you can see, for those of you who've seen the Flaming Trinity one with Domino, I am starting to now list what I feel is like the most important champion or what have you, kind of give people an idea of what they'd be clicking on. Obviously, you can hover over it and it'll show you what it is. But I moved them to top shelf mainly because none of the champions themselves are in the tier above all in my monthly tier list. I do think that's a great Trinity, but as we go through this, I think as we put up more, it'll help us sort them. But this one, Kings of Evil, the Immortality, King Groot's already phenomenal, right? Like Simula showing us how incredible he is. It feels like almost weekly. Then we've got Immortal Abomination, who's very good. I think just gets overlooked in the science class, but that synergy is very nice for him, gonna allow him to take some extra fights I think he otherwise wouldn't have. And then also, he's helping charge up or prolong or whatever term you want to use for Carl, who I really do believe is a tier above all, highest tier ranking Mystic Champion. So you put the three of them together. I know I like saving items. I know I like powerful champions. These champions are going to save you so many items, so many resistances. You can run recoil, you cannot. They really are phenomenal. So many places you can take them in. And so for me, I do feel good about this one. I don't think this is one I'm going to be adjusting afterwards. I think this has to be in the Trinities above all. Thank you so much for watching. We're going to get out some more content for sure on Absorbing Man, on Carl, and of course, continue to have fun with these Trinities and let you know, like, here's ways you can accentuate your favorite champions even more. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.
See